Hey wonderful people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm back here. I'll be doing a second video today, but it won't be a fragrance review. I just want to do like a chit chat with you people. It's more like a vlogging, so if you're looking for a fragrance review, you may skip the video. As I always say, I don't want to waste your time if you're not up for it. My scent of the late night, early morning is Clinic's Happy for him. I have a small little bottle. This is a very cute bottle, and this is pure orange juice. It's like pure citruses, mix of lemon and orange. This is what basically this is. I have used up about this much of it. I use a lot of sprays. So tonight after the shower, late night shower, as it's very hot and humid in Bangladesh, I went with 6 sprays with this all around this area, so I can smell myself very well. And I have some on my hand. I really love this orangey fragrance. I have also Ultra Zest, but this is more of my transparent citrusy base, citrusy orange. And I have my trusted tea here, black tea, and just having a chit chat session with you. I just thought of it. Sometimes just do take a break from fragrance reviewing, talk about other stuff. Today the topic, I don't exactly have a particular topic in my head, but I want to talk about how it bothers me sometimes, some things, because I'm just human, right? After all, we are human, we're not robots. And when we do fragrance reviewing or any sort of, we open a channel, no matter how our work is, we put a lot of time behind it. We have to have, really plans. We have to have a product in mind, how to describe it, how to tell a story, how to take it to people. Just making sure that people get good idea about the fragrance in a most honest way possible. So this is basically how I see fragrance reviewing is. I'm not a fragrance reviewer in such a way that I know about perfumery. These are the confessions. I don't have any knowledge about perfumery, how to make perfumes and everything. I never actually had that interest, because what I really had interest in, trying fragrance, smelling them, appreciate the art. So not everything is not for everybody, right? But whenever I did something, I did one thing at a time in my life. At one time I was professionally playing cricket. Wasn't getting much paid, but I used to be coaching my team in university back in Malaysia. I used to play for Premier Division Cricket League for our club, and I was a member of a club. Our club was called not Silver State Cricket Club in Malaysia. If you want to Google it, you can see our names are there, our matches are there. So I played for a very short period of time, but anyway, I did. After the cricket, my madness was about cooking. I was a chef, and not really self-proclaimed chef sort of. I learned everything by reading books or watching videos, trying out in real life. So you learn everything not in one day. You learn everything it takes time. So if you want to really learn something, I suggest you learn it well. Do not learn halfway, somewhat okay. If you want to, let's say, do fragrance thing, like after the cooking thing, I came into this line, right? I fell in love with fragrance one day. I was watching reviews with Robe 08, and I just absolutely fell in love with fragrances, sniffing them, and I see the artistic aspect. I see the bottles, I see companies, what they do, the notes, the compliments, watching other reviewers. It's a nice, wonderful world, even though it's not a very big world yet. Like most of our reviewers do not have even 100,000 subscribers, whereas mentioned by many other reviewers in our community that, let's say you are reviewing a mobile phone, you're talking makeup, you're talking travel, you're talking about food. Those are hugely popular, nature, animals. So fragrance is relatively very new topic, and within that short, let's say it started, I think 2005-6, Mark started this, and we have like 1 decade plus, right? And Mark is still here, alongside many other reviewers that appeared after him. They have, in most of the countries, they have reviewers. But this side of our Asian side, not that many reviewers, quite a handful only, because I believe there are a lot of guys who are good with their nose. They have good taste, but maybe they don't have the time, or they're shy, introvert. They don't want to come in front of the camera. But as far as collection comes, they have very good collection. In Bangladesh, I know about my country, many people have great collection. I am mostly about designers, because let's be honest, I want to do as many fragrance reviews as possible, and I like working for the masses. Many people say crowd pleaser is a bad thing. I think crowd pleaser is a good thing because you can stay with the people, or if you are into that game, that you're in the niche game, or you are supremely rich, I think it makes you supremely lonely too. And I don't, even though I'm not a very social person, but I like to stay social with people on media, like to stay with people, get to know their thoughts. Like many people say, oh, you reviewed a fragrance, Perialis Red. I used it like multiple bottles. It's very inexpensive, but I have a lot of memories, so I can connect with people. That's one of the best things of this reviewing line. So even though I don't know much about in depth about perfumery, I don't know anything about business. I studied business, but I have but I haven't worked. I had a small restaurant in Malaysia. That is like, I did for fun, I did for my passion, not much about business. I didn't make so much business, but I'm learning nowadays. I have a small page. I'm learning slowly how I'm trying to create the market in Bangladesh for perfumes and stuff, at least for my part, as far as I believe, and make it very popular. Now I can see scenario has changed. Many people in Bangladesh, they are mad about perfumes. They go spend fortune every month, like how they buy household items, they buy perfumes or fragrances rather. So there is a change definitely, and the pattern has changed. So when I arrived here in 2016, the times were different. People were like, very few people here and there. They're like watching reviews, like worldwide, but they just didn't think someone would do reviews from Bangladesh. Then I made friends. They have quite few friends in the community. Some of them are reviewers, and they are my best friends now. I'll talk about Shafi Bhai, Noor Bhai, Tutul Bhai. So a lot of guys out there, who are like very close. Steve Bhai, Masood Bhai, Ifran Bhai. These are, if I go on, I can go on all day. So some of them are still my very, very close and good friends and well-wishers. Some of them actually started their own business with fragrances. What I do is I work with them sometimes in the community. And mind it, I'm not working for them. I'm working with them. Two different things. When people ask me, like, are you working for certain companies? No, Bangladesh, you cannot work. There's no company. Basically, they're businesses. They're bringing bottles, selling it to people. They are like retailers and wholesalers here. And they have big, shops and businesses. Just I work with selected few because they like me, I like them. For example, Sterling Enterprise, I know them for 2 years now, almost. And I've been with them since they started retailing. I've been reviewing from there because they're kind enough to let me sit at the shop, try out 8-10 fragrances and review it. That's a very nice gesture. What I get from this is I get to review fragrances, try out fragrances. Sometimes when I buy a lot of perfumes from them, I get free sample or something just to review. Even Ifran Bhai, he also provides me, Masood Bhai provides me. So these people, I'm very happy for their businesses, and when they make a fortune, it makes me very happy. And what I get from it, I get blessings and I get their support and love. I think it's a great exchange right there. Okay, I like to keep everything open. So many people ask me, so what do you do? This is one thing many people are wondering. What I do right now at this moment, I have told you, I do one thing at a time. And when I do something, I do put all my time and all my energy in that one area. Okay, I'm losing my voice a little bit, so now tea is helping. What I do right now is I actually have a plan. I have a vision that I want to work with perfumes and fragrances. Sometimes I would like to work with marketing, or let's say promoting or advertising. Not really advertising, let's say marketing, and talk to people about, like, let's say I would love to work at Chanel boutique, even though I don't qualify. My English or maybe my qualifications are not well trained and whatever. But let's say everyone can learn sometimes, right? Let's say not Chanel, any boutique, any shop that has fragrances, I can sit there and try new stuff. There's coffee and you try new fragrance. And when the customers come, you tell them, So the thing is, what I really believe, when you actually want to work with something, you have to know that product or the line of work in depth. And there's no end to learning, but you can always learn new stuff every day, right? That's what I believe in. So when I try out a lot of fragrances, I get to see, oh, this is neroli note. Okay, I try another fragrance. Then I find a similarity. Then I know what neroli smells like in different fragrances. Which one is quality? Which one is more natural? A lot of things to learn, guys. It's not just one or two things. And when you actually do decanting, I do a little bit decanting to finance my work a little bit. And I have a page, Goodfellas Fragrances Bangladesh. If you're in Bangladesh, happen to be in Bangladesh, you can get samples from me, 5-10 mls. And if you support me in that way, I can bring new bottles in the community. I can review it. That's just, it's just happening, at this moment. I don't know for how long, whatever, but it's happening. So I'm getting the support, even though I shouldn't do crazy buying like this, but I can do some things with my life I don't do. Honestly speaking, I invest everything back in the perfumery because I love this line so much. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. I don't know. It's a madness, it's a sickness, whatever it is. This is my love, and I think I'm pretty happy with where I am today. I got the subscribers, I got people commenting, and even though I don't get to reply to all of you because you guys maybe do not know that I get to sleep like 4 to 5 hours every day. I do not have a personal life. Sometimes I don't get to go out and meet my friends. What I do is I have to run from places to deliver or buy new things for the business, or maybe just go out and check out few fragrance or samples. So these things take up. I have to sit at home, write down stuff, who asked for what, to check the messages, talk to people. So this basically takes up all my time. I work 7 days a week. So it's not an easy life, but it's a happy life. If you're busy, if I'm busy, I like it. And sometimes I get very tired. We just fall asleep, I just pass out, right? So what I really enjoy in this community, I think I don't want to make it too long today, just random talk, right? What I really enjoy is sniffing new perfumes, seeing these really good guys putting up their work even though they don't have sometimes huge subscriber base. I try to feature some reviewers because I have a group now, Fracom Bangladesh, so I want them to get new subscribers, because if you do not have support and you started a new channel, you'll not get the fuel in most cases for a very long time, and you'll stop and you just quit, you walk away. When it gets too much fake, which it gets too much full of lie, people just cannot take it, they just walk away, because some people are actually honest, believe it or not. So I don't know what people think of me and whatever they want to think of me, positive, negative, there should be always balance. Some people will curse at you, that's fine. Some people not gonna like you, they're not gonna trust you, that's also fine. But the fragrance game journey, it has come far, and there has to be clash sometimes, between reviewers, community, different countries, same country. But in the long run, if let's say someone marches on, someone keeps talking and putting his work down there, no one can stop them. Only God can stop them. And God, at one point, if you work really hard, even God won't deny you the success. I've seen it. If you ask me if I'm successful, I don't have so much money. Being honest, I'm in Bangladesh. I rather wish I could travel around the world. I could do reviews from all over the world, show you the cities. But I'm kind of like stuck here because I moved in here. All my life, work is here. So I cannot at this moment move around, show you cities. But I would like to meet all these wonderful reviewers out there who are doing great work in the community, like Chris, J. Royal, James, Ashton. I believe a lot of nice guys out there. I really love to meet them. And one of my really good friends, they're two Matts, Fragrance Matt and Mr. Matt C. So they have become some of my very close friends. I have one time, I used to comment on certain reviewers. Now they like my cover photo or they like my video, they leave me a comment. And those are big time reviewers and they have huge ass collection. They are the top in the world. They mention me in their channel like, hey, Joy has reviewed this. These are some things you do not achieve in one day, and I feel extremely grateful for all you people who actually give me that like and subscribe, because of you. And people also supported me in Bangladesh by buying decants from me. At times, they just been so loyal, they've been so nice to me. And what can I say, because of everybody's help and support, I can do this. I'm just running on with the help of people and mercy of God. Okay, so I believe in this work. I believe in, if you're working hard, even if you don't know what you're doing, you're an idiot, right? Like here. But I believe, when you keep working, something's good will happen, That's what I believe. I keep working. I keep reviewing every day. I come up every day. I try to annoy you. Some people like, how can you do that every day? Some guys ask me like, don't you sleep? Are you a vampire? Then I do think to myself, like, can I stop doing a review every day? That's a challenge. So yes, I'm sorry. I'm just not trying to be a douchebag or anything, but I really like this thing, guys. I like to communicate with people, who are joining my group. I'm more active in my Facebook group. The comments I read sometimes, but when I'm rushing so much, I don't have the time to, write in details. It's very unfortunate, but when you choose this line of work, you'll see. You'll run YouTube channel, you run your fragrance page, like where you do scent of the day, you maintain other group members, and you also, third page, you're doing your decant. All three as a part of your daily life. You'll see it's not easy. But I do apologize to every single people who think I'm avoiding them purposely, not doing it on purpose. I do not find the time for myself even, Sometimes I forget lunch or dinner. So anyway, I just wanted to chit chat with you for a while. And I really like to say one last thing. If you really love this line of fragrances, you either do reviewing, you either buy perfumes and collect, you become a collector, or you do business with perfumes. Remember one thing, know your product, know your line of work. Let's say you want to tell a person that you want to sell a perfume to, for let's say a fragrance, Let's say this one. I'm going to review this very soon. Hugo Boss, Hugo by Hugo Boss, right? You have to know A to Z, right here and here. When you tell people a story, I do not follow a script. where I read from my script and tell. I just tell you what I really feel about this fragrance, okay? Because I tell you a story, because I have used multiple bottles of this in the past, so I have good memories. I'll tell you my stories, what happened, and then, you know, those days. So you get an idea, you know, because when you see actually people have a story with the fragrance, they're like, oh, okay, this might work for me. This right here could be my workhorse, or maybe this could be a pass, right? So either way, I believe at least majority people out there would benefited by this review, one review. This fragrance doesn't get that many reviews anymore because it has some age to it. But I like to bring back, you know, old times, which are good times, right? So yes, keep your passion, keep it real, keep it honest, and always stay transparent, you know, like when you are actually being open to people, you know, just simple. There's nothing in between you, there's no cover, there's no lies. People appreciate that, right? Thank you guys very much for watching, and thanks for bearing all these things with me. I really love you all, really respect everything you do for me. Take care guys, I'll talk to you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.